So there's been some really big news that came out. If you noticed that whenever you logged in on the 13th, your MEATHOOK massacres were gone, disappeared, vanquished to historic, and we are left with the hole in standard when it comes to black builds. Yes, we are left with this big gaping hole, and we need some way to fill it. And oh, please, no puns intended. No puns intended. But look at this. We do have things that we could do in order to fill that gap in the black, basic black builds. And we're doing Rakdos here instead. And there's a good reason why. I think that we opened up a door for Burn Down the House to be very good. We also opened up the door for Ob Nixilis, the Adversary, to become more important. He has a very important job in this deck on gaining life and pinging your opponent for 2. Actually 4 every turn if you could get both of them on the field, which is very easy to do with the Tenacious Underdog and the Bloodtithe Harvester. I'm using these 2 cards in tandem to replace the MEATHOOK Massacre. And if you're running red in your deck, you might as well be running Fable of the Mirror Breakers as well, one of the best cards in Standard. There was a lot of talk about what was going to get banned, and it was really between MEATHOOK Massacre and Fable of the Mirror Breaker. They were pretty close in contention to which one was going to get banned, and they went with the MEATHOOK just because there were so many mono black decks that were going crazy. They were going absolutely insane just because you have Sheoldred, the Trespasser, Liliana, Tenacious Underdogs, Invoke Despairs is a really big one in that as well. And yeah, you just have so much value from black cards right now. So they went with the black card and not the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Man, people would have been up in an uproar if they got rid of Fable and the MEATHOOK. Yeah, that would have been really rough for a lot of people and a lot of play styles and a lot of decks, you know. But there are still a lot of things that you could do with these cards anyway. It did not kill the deck. We just have to think of it in a slightly different light, right? You have your Ob Nixilis, you have Burn Down the House. Burn Down the House can deal 5 damage, right, to each creature and each planeswalker. So if your opponent has a lot of planeswalkers on the field, this gets through and kills it. Or on the flip side, you do have that little ping ability with this card as well, with those 3 1/1 red devil creature tokens with haste, and when it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Nice little ping effect from the devils in the Burn Down the House. That kind of replaces the ping effects from MEATHOOK Massacre, but I think the thing that replaces that even better is your Ob Nixilis, the Adversary. So you plus on him, and each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a card. If you control a devil or a demon, you gain 2 life. So you get that life gain with Ob Nixilis. You also get the pings of damage. That's what I was trying to say. The pings of damage that used to come from MEATHOOK Massacre. You can also get that with Ob Nixilis, the Adversary. So I would actually argue by adding a red to the deck, you're not losing much. We're going to get into some matches here in a second and see how it does on the field. This is definitely kind of a mid-range deck. You're controlling your opponent's ability to draw cards and play cards. You have the Invoke Despairs. That doesn't stop them from drawing cards. Sheoldred makes it more painful to draw cards. Ob Nixilis, they're going to have to start discarding cards, right? Lily gets things off of the field. Graveyard Trespasser gets things out of the graveyard. Tenacious Underdog, nicest sack to the Ob Nixilis in order to get him on the field on turn 3, and 2 of them turn it into Ob Nixilis, right? Bankbuster draws cards. Infernal Grasp and Cut Downs are going to do some things, killing creatures, maybe an opponent's own Sheoldred. So There are definitely things that make this deck very good and very mid-rangey. We're really trying to invoke Despairs at the end of the game or burn down the house whenever we're turning the corner from the early game into the late game. Make the opponent start over, and we're hoping to have more cards in hand than the opponent at that point because of Ob Nixilis. We've seen most of these cards before. It's pretty standard build, so let's get into some matches and see how this does on the field. Make sure you've liked and subscribed, and I will see you in the arena. So I tried to play this the other day, and then I got MEATHOOK, and I was like, what in the world is going on? Then I realized, yes, I did research, and lo and behold, it stuck with us for a couple days longer than its life was. It had one dying breath to breathe. But now, we will have to find answers to all of the aggro outside of the MEATHOOK. Yep, starting out with the Bloodtithe Harvester. Looks like we're getting Zatora's Proving Ground out, which is red, black, green. Good colors, good cards. Let's get rid of that right now. Right? We could also Ob here. Let's Ob. No treasure for you. No mana ramp at all.
Mysteries. I've come. Sacrifices must be made.
Now we can swing in without the Harvester dying. Discarding cards. Opponent. Okay. Reanimation deck, maybe? Green and black are in here. Oh, soul transfer.
Fun when they hit back.
Well, that is rude indeed. Swinging. And now I think we're going to Graveyard Trespasser because I do not trust this in the graveyard. Don't trust it. Sorry, opponent. We'll move the enter. We might sack that blood. Oh, Sheoldred. Oh, we need a mana now. Okay. Alright. You know what? We don't really need the mana. It would be nice to get it. We did get the mana. Yes, yes, resolve. Now, here's a question. I think we swing. Uh-huh. We could just kill it, but then we don't get to play our own Ob Nixilis. But we can do something like this. Let's keep this board state as it is for a second. Get rid of the Harvester, get the Ob Nixilis out. This allows it to get onto the battlefield with 3 loyalty. Yeah, minus on the actual one because you get to keep these tokens. You have as many Ob Nixili tokens as you want.
By coin or carnage.
I actually discarded a land there, so yeah, plays a land for turn. Maybe a little bit swamped on the opponent's side, but I don't mind it. There's Cruelty of Gix. Okay. There is the Sheoldred right back into action, and it is reanimation. Yes. You know what? No blocks. It's time to burn it all down. That's why we have these in the deck, right?
Not worth the effort.
Alright. Discard or lose life. He just chooses to lose life. Probably the smart one. And now let's burn it all down. Should have probably swung there just in case, but he would have blocked it anyway. Trespasser enters. He got rid of my Graveyard Trespasser. Alright. 2 Trespassers. That's fine. We're going to respond with Sheoldred pass turn. Opponent takes damage. Right. Let's Fable. We are not attacking. Opponent loses life. The Windgrace, huh? It's a good card. So I don't think he put land into the graveyard. This might not be that great because it's so late in the game he doesn't have a hand. Yes, gaining life. Discarding cards. I am going to discard the Tenacious Underdog. Yes. And we have just enough mana to do both of these. We're going to go with the Tenacious Underdog. And then we're going to swing with the Underdog. How about ya? Easy block for you, opponent. Easy block. Okay. Yep. And this is where the life game starts to get really good for our deck. We could reach down and grab a the Ob Nixilis, but I kind of want to save it. We'll throw another Fable down. Okay. Ah, he actually had a land card. Congratulations. Okay, he's coming in. Hot and heavy. Okay. Oh wow, he got rid of the stinking It was risky, but he got rid of my Tenacious Underdog. It's always sad to see him go. But it's good to have a card that you have to remove twice. Alright. He was actually able to save his Windgrace. Discard up to 2. How about just this 1? More mana. We're going to channel the Takenuma and get the Ob Nixilis. Right? We don't have enough to blitz him in and do all the shenanigans. So we'll just blitz in the Underdog and swing in for 7, which is just enough to kill the opponent. Always play it as if your opponent has something they could do. Because guess what? I forget crap all the time. I lose a lot of rounds that way. The Punisher. Alright. Hard to give up a hand with Underdog and Ob in your opening and a Sorin to back him up. It's a Planeswalker hand, boys. We got all the Planeswalkers in the deck. You gotta kind of play with it, right? Make it happen. Nice little name for the way this turned out is the Curve. Okay. He plays his own Underdog. You want to trade? Yeah. Well, that's a shame indeed. Harvester. And we'll go to Intern. Probably should have just obbed on the Underdog. Curse of Leeches. Ah, I've had this in a draft before. It's a neat little card. It is day. Kind of wanted to go to night to kill it. But getting pinged for just 1 life over and over again isn't that bad, especially since we can kill our own Bloodtithe Harvester for 2 copies of Ob Nixilis.
After 1,000
Get our devil.
years,
And we'll gain 2 life here.
Some conquest by coin or carnage.
Easy choices.
Tribute his own.
No meat hook for you, it looks like. So, Drag to the Bottom might be coming out. Shakedown Heavy. That's a decent little card. Do we want to... Nah. Pass. Let's go to my turn. Yep, we will lose a life. This is fine. Bloodfell Caves. We're not swinging. We know that. I think we plus.
Go ahead.
And then we plus.
Plead for mercy. Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Choices. He discards another underdog. So I'm kind of feeling like my Ob Nixilis are in danger anyway. But let's get a Lily down.
Happy to
Yes,
help.
we have all of the planeswalkers.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Lily, you're so sassy. You're sassy. Oh. Oh, okay. Which one? Probably Lily goes away. We want to keep that life pressure total. Life total under pressure. They were all the right words, but just in the wrong order. We'll keep everything. Oh yeah, we'll do that. Mana. So I can say that we do have enough mana. Heck, we could draw a card with the underdog, right? Well, let's get our devil back. Oh, that's plus on the Ob Nixilis.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
Okay. Let's blitz in the underdog. Let's swing. And let's actually drop this mana down. We might be able to Infernal Grasp here. We get another Ob Nixilis. It's kind of nuts. Okay. That's at the end step, right? Beginning of combat phase. Let's not go to combat with that on the field. How about that? This is a you don't get to play Magic deck. Go ahead, lose your life.
Go ahead.
Or discard a card.
Plead for mercy.
Okay, he discarded a card, which means he's sick of this.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Consider yourself fortunate.
Should have swung first, but he ain't blocking. Oh. Oops. I need a minus on him because I was supposed to leave that devil up.
I bring my own army.
I was supposed to leave that devil up to block the underdog. Oh, there you go. Now you're getting there, opponent. Alright, discard the Springs. We have plenty of mana. Of course. Yes. Alright, Graveyard Trespasser. We lose more life. Okay. I think we're still in really good shape.
Go ahead. Plead
Yes.
for mercy.
Another one. And let's look at the top card.
Lose everything.
Sheoldred. Hell yeah, we will reveal that.
Nothing on Innistrad. is
Boom. Okay. A little bit of rapid play. I had to see what I wanted to do there. Because there's a lot of ways that could have happened. We could have drawn the removal, get rid of the Apocalypse. Then we're safe to swing in with at least one. I don't know. That's just how I played it. I wanted to have knowledge of what I was going to be able to follow up with. Okay, Underdog comes out. Both at the 1, huh? Well, let's trade this off because I don't need the Sheoldred. I am doing just fine. Yes, I will lose some life. Yeah, 2-0. 2-0. Take away Mono Black's main power, and that didn't go well for him. I don't like the mana at all. Deck, what are you doing to me? Alright, we'll keep it. There's a plains that came off. I almost called it mono white already. We don't know that quite yet. There's 2 white, so now can we call it mono white? It's a good question. There's a 3rd. There's the Peacekeeper. This is not good for us. What do you get rid of? If he's smart, he'll do the Infernal Grasp. If he's your average player, he's going to choose Sheoldred. He is a smart player. What a shame. We'll go with the Trespasser, get him down on the ground, turn it to day. Swings in. We will take the trade. Why? It makes my removal cheaper. He does have knowledge of my hand, though, and that does weaken our position. Bloodtithe can come down. I wanted that blood because we're going to have to find some land. It's not looking good. We're definitely not getting rid of Burn Down the House with mono white deck. Elspeth! See? That's why we want it.
I'll light your way on these dark streets.
And now what do we want to discard to the blood? Probably want to discard...
And I'm going to protect it.
Oh, well, that's not fair. That's rude. We're going to discard the Tenacious Underdog here. We can play him from the graveyard, and we draw another Tenacious Underdog. Okay. Let's kill the Elspeth. Yep, get her off the field. That is well worth 2 life.
War is getting out of
well
hand.
worth 2 life. 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. We have 4 mana. Having another mana would be kind of perfect. But I'd settle for not that. Anything but that. Get Sheoldred running. Takes damage. He does have Spirit Realms in here, though, so he will likely be removing Sheoldred. I could imagine Sheoldred living. Ah! No kidding. A board wipe. That's kind of your poor man's board wipe right there. As said, I couldn't imagine that actually sticking it to the field. But we have plenty of cards. We should definitely keep the pressure on the opponent.
You fight for me now.
1 more mana gives us Invoke Despair, which actually we probably don't want to cast immediately. Another Elspeth. Wow.
Right. Let's clean up this town.
Let's see if you get more lucky this
May
time.
your peace last.
Last time you just got touch. Guardian of New Banelia. Candle Trap. Well, that's not great. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the question. Do we care if he attacked? No, because we'd have a devil with the Ob Nixilis. Destroy. All that would happen was the shield would go away. Right? So I think what we do... We don't need the cards right now, and we have a second Sorin. So we create another one.
You can deal with my servant.
And we might as well get this Ob Nixilis out and running, right? I think this is okay. Yeah.
After 1,000 years,
Get our devil.
a new conquest.
Get our
Go
plus.
sow some chaos. By coin or carnage. Tribute.
Again, we are looking for at least one more mana. Having 2 or 3 more would be really good. I don't mind blowing up my own Ob Nixilis.
Let's do this together.
Okay. Chooses lifelink. That's good. Bit of a tougher opponent. This is almost like a mono white control build. Another candle trap. Interesting choice. Swings? Swings? I feel like a rope is coming. Aha! There we go. We do have to wait for it. But that gives us our 4th black, which is always good. Let's go ahead and plus on them.
Go ahead.
There we go.
Plead for mercy.
One more.
Defy me.
There
and
we go.
you'll lose
Good
everything.
opponent. I almost want to blitz in the underdog. I think I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know what to discard. Our hand is very good. Swing at the Elspeth. He blocks it with the Benalia, of course. Draws a Lily. Man, this is making the choice really hard, but burn down the house. We haven't seen a whole lot of creatures from the opponent, though blitzing in 3 devils does sound good. It certainly sounds like not a bad move.
Show him what
Yeah, more 1/1 counters. Here's the thing. If we're gonna burn down the house, we're gonna get this life gain here. Let's see if we can get another creature onto the field. No, we cannot. You know what? Why burn down the house? Why blow our own stuff up when all we really have to do is this? And now we get the Elspeth off the field, the new Benalia off the field, and Touch of the Spirit Realm off of the field. Beautiful. Should have probably plus beforehand, but we're way ahead.
Go ahead. Plead
I mean,
for
just in
mercy.
cards alone. There's got to be a
Your
massive
punishment
swing in this game for me to
is
really
my
feel any
entertainment.
bit of fear. By invitation only, I do not mind. We do get to ping the opponent for 1 more damage. My word, we know how to draw underdogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. We don't need a devil. Just keep pinging him.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
All right, 9. This would do
Plead for mercy.
2, 4, 6. But I would have to draw 3 cards, and I really don't want to draw cards. I could Lily and plus on the Lily. Let's do that.
Something suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not much.
I will discard a Tenacious Underdog. Oh no, where is the opponent? Did he leave? We get the rope. Nah, he's there. What did he have? Destroy all creatures, vanquish the horde. Yeah, opponent says good game. Opponent says good game. He can't play any cards because of Ob. Sarah Paragon, well, that's gonna die. Peacekeeper. No, sir. Kill the Sarah Paragon. Good draw from the opponent. I was going to say it's a good draw from the opponent, but it's not enough. It's not near enough. Cool. Okay, that couldn't be the last one. Interesting match, though. I don't know if this is capable. Sure. Sure. We did not get a target for the cut down on that first turn, so maybe we get one here. We do. We get a bad target? Maybe not. Because remember, something has to die. And we do have Graveyard Trespasser on turn 3. We could put the Tenacious Underdog out. Just a hard cast on him. A rare hard cast on the Underdog. Tenacious Underdog is a little bit worse against the Selesnya enchantment deck because they could always put him under a Touch of the Spirit Realm or Circle of Confinement. Okay. Get the Trespasser out. But regardless, we do need to get rid of that Kami. Swing. Okay, let's see if you can be fast enough. Mana. Commune. Ah, there it is. Mashiko's Reign of Truth. Knew it had to be there. Dog. And now Mashiko's Reign of Truth. Right. Okay. It certainly is going to hurt. Commune again. My word. This deck is great at dumping your hand off. Okay. We ain't going to be able to do nothing about it. But if we can survive for just a few turns, we should be able to burn down the house and then be kind of just fine. Let's move on to attacks. There's nothing we really want out of that graveyard. But getting rid of one of the opponent's cards is always just fine. We could distract the opponent. He'll definitely kill the Ob Nixilis. Let's try to avoid it. We need to survive next turn, then the turn after. He's probably going to put the wedding announcement out and stuff like that. He's going to be doing things, right? But we want to be set up for after burn down the house and be able to respond with an Ob Nixilis. We're definitely blocking this one. A dog. Okay. Play your cards to your heart's content, opponent. Naturalist again. I am really liking this. Mishiko's Reign of Truth. Now I'm not liking it so much. Puts it on the dog. Now he knows he can get some damage off. Blocking the 7. Come on, there we go. Is this big enough to meet or burn down the house? I think it is. Let's go ahead and grab that. Probably gonna let it go. He did. Awesome. Burn down the house. Deal 5 damage. It's a good creature that just went into the graveyard. Very good creature. And that kind of shows how this is a little bit weaker than MEATHOOK. Catilda. Brutal. I don't think this is a win. He's definitely got more enchantments to play. Yeah, he does. Wedding announcement we've known about for a while. Yeah, that's 6 in air. We're on a 2-turn clock. We gotta find an answer for that Catilda, or we die. That is not an answer for Catilda. We will survive next turn, though. We might have to sacrifice our Ob Nixilis here. And an underdog. We're definitely not swinging with Sheoldred. This might give us just enough life to survive. I doubt it.
I'm the new boss around here. Join me. I have
That gets us up to 10.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Definitely not swinging. Not swinging at all. Opponent takes 2 from drawing a card. He'll gain 6 from Catilda, though. I don't know if he swings with much more than Catilda. He could put us down to 4, and that's what he chooses to do. There's a pretty good pause here. Yeah. I probably would have done about the same thing there. God. Got mana again. We almost have to do something like this. Grab a Sorin. Play the mana. Play the Sorin. Minus on the Sorin. And then plus on the Ob.
You deal.
We don't want him to discard.
And you...
Okay, he did not discard. So we will gain some life here.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, and definitely no attacks. We cannot lose a Sheoldred. If we lose Sheoldred, we lose the game. All we have to do is draw 2 removal spells. One to get rid of Catilda, and then one to get rid of it when it's enchanted on the Mishiko. So we kind of need 2 removal spells. Do we even want to block it? Hang on, why was I not able to block? I had to look away for a second. I couldn't block that? Oh well. We got this. Let's reveal the top card. It's a land, we will reveal it.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
And let's gain some of that life back.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
I must have just clicked through it.
Go ahead, plead for
We are
mercy.
really close to being able to draw obnoxious cards from Ob Nixilis. I think that's just a you win kind of deal. We need to go to combat. Yeah, I use my planeswalkers before combat, but yeah, there is no harm in doing this at all. Oh! I just lost. Okay. We got the caves into a cut down next turn or Infernal Grasp. Maybe getting some harvesters on the field, but Invoke Despair a little bit later on. So we got some good valuable stuff. That's a cool land. I like it. No. I don't like it. Okay. That makes me think that removal is really good in this game. Bankbuster comes out. Okay. Go ahead and swing in. And do we want to... Well, we can't do anything besides harvesters. So we'll keep doing harvesters. Maybe discard this third harvester for, you know, getting something that's not a harvester. Drawing a card off of the Bankbuster. Going to my turn. Again. We're kind of stuck on harvesters. You know what? I'm going to play it. You might as well go full meme, right? More black mana. Has not done anything yet. Okay. We're gonna do Infernal Grasp. Yes, I am sure. We're so far ahead that, like, there's no reason why not to do this. There we go. Discarding the cut down. Killing the Graveyard Trespasser. And we got more removal. The shuffler decided we needed all of the removal. Junji! That ain't gonna do it, buddy. Finally. So, I wanted to end this thing on a victory. I think I've already kind of showed off most of the deck. That last match was really strange. Opponent didn't really do anything, and I had all harvesters. Yeah, let's go to a post game. Let's take a look at this. We lose the MEATHOOK Massacre, but we still have ways to gain life with Ob Nixilis, with Sheoldred. We have ways to wipe creatures with Burn Down the House. And that was one of my main concerns, was the sweep. I know that, especially for Anvil players, they're losing a lot with MEATHOOK Massacre going away. But for regular Rakdos stuff, this still hits. This still hits pretty good, especially being able to rethink about Fable of the Mirror again, and being able to get those Ob Nixilis out there. And, you know, I mean, Standard was getting to that point where it was almost like you have to run Invoke Despairs, you have to run Sheoldred, you have to run MEATHOOK Massacres, all of that stuff, right? And this opens up multiple possibilities of what we could do. How did this deck do? Well, I had some rough matches, but it did win 5, and it did lose 2. Yes, and one of them that I lost in, I accidentally swung with everything. Wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to swing with one thing. But that's what I get for playing when I'm hangry. That's exactly what I get. That's on me. I take that loss for the team. Overall, this deck is still going to do well. Even though Meathook Massacre goes away, I mean, Mono Black Rakdos still has a lot going for it. It is still a very good deck. And I think that it will continue to be a very good deck for the foreseeable future. We'll see what Brothers War has to offer. I haven't been looking at a lot of the spoilers. You know, I like to be surprised on day one. But I am going to look at spoilers a little bit later because I can't really help it. Well, thank you for joining me today. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and until next time, bye.